I mean, I was looking at the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Man.
Oh, can you break down this story? Because this to me is
I don't really
like...
know the story. I just know that from what I was told, Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty wanted out of his contract, and he allegedly kidnapped and robbed Gucci Man and forced him to, sign away his release papers, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question.
Yes.
This is a very interesting, stalemate they're in. Because if Gucci allows the law and cooperates with the law to get the civilian justice that he deserves, if this allegedly did happen, wouldn't he be risking his own personal reputation? Let's game theory.
I'm with you.
Game theory, right? So in order to monetize Pooh's career, which he has him signed and he can make a lot of money, he would have to take on a huge brand risk because he's cooperating with the law and he's built his identity partially around being somebody who's from the streets and would never cooperate and probably has done some, nefarious things in his life to gain the reputation that he has. So in a way, Pooh puts him in a little bit of a pickle, right? It's like, I'm going to go do this. If you cooperate, yeah, you can make money off me in the future, but you might lose some respect in the streets. If you don't cooperate, I'm free.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know. I've heard that theory, but I've also heard so many other theories. I heard that there's a video.
Yeah.
There's a video, right? Because wasn't the FBI director, wasn't he breaking down what he saw on a video?
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document.
So if there's video now Gucci can be like, I don't want to be involved in this.
I don't see why you have to testify if there's video.
Yeah, so
right?
now he gets the best of both worlds, which is I'm not testifying, I'm not pressing any charges, but if there's video, the state has to press charges.
And then the other
Pooh Shiesty was he had an
ankle monitor on.
And so he's
so
already
they know where the fuck he is.
Yeah, and then the other story I heard was that Gucci's security guard was an off-duty police officer.
Oh.
And so whether you knew it or not, you upped the firearm on an off-duty police officer.
Well, what's the rules with hiring cops?
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't.
I got one out there right now.
Yeah, I know. I love it when you're here.
I don't care about that type of shit.
But what would the street code be about that?
Man, listen, I'm with you on everything that you're saying, but I think at some point, fuck the street code.
Listen, you know me, I'm not in the streets, so I'm always fuck the
these
street
guys
code.
are businessmen, man, and here's the thing. And this is all alleged. I don't know if Pooh Shiesty did any of this, right? I'm just going off the stories I heard. I know that Pooh Shiesty wouldn't do that to a white man.
Well,
whenever you hear these stories,
let me ask you,
it's literally always the black executives getting put in this position by black.
Well, let me ask you this question.
You'll never hear name
One
a
story.
white.
No.
What about back in the day?
Hold on. Let me ask.
One?
Suge Knight and who's the guy who did the
Vanilla Ice was an artist. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about the executive. Well, ain't no artist running down on the white executive.
Well, the question I have is, because we can't look at it, it's only happening to other black people, but is there security in that, knowing that he's not going to snitch or he's not going to involve the authorities, right? Because they have the same street code. Whereas would would Pooh do it to?
I don't even think, if this is true, I don't even think Pooh was thinking like that. I think Pooh was just literally a person whose mentality is still that of
The street.
So
But
this
Pooh
is
would
how
never-
I know how to handle
But
situations.
Pooh would never do it to you because he knows that you're not going to abide by the street code. So regardless,
I don't believe that. I don't believe he would.
Really?
No, I don't believe that at all.
I thought you were positing the theory that it's black artists do it to black executives. They wouldn't do it to white executives.
I've never seen them do it to a white executive. Well, white executives out here with the same contracts. Who do you think the black executive is learning it from?
Yeah,
And
but-
by the way, I don't even know if his contract was bad. I'm just saying that there are standard recording contracts. You ain't never. I've heard stories of people running down on Andre Harrell. I've heard stories of people running down, of course, on Diddy. I've heard stories of people running down on Eazy-E.
But
you ain't never heard stories.
Clive Davis got ran down on by.
But
Who?
we're not going to keep
I
it
wanna
street,
say,
is
but-
my point.
Who? I want to know.
I don't know.
We bleep it. Who?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez, apparently, she claims.
Lisa ran down on Clive?
Yeah.
But that's not. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's not.
With the crew.
Oh, she had guys with her? Oh, I never heard that story. Okay, well, shout out to Lisa. She the realest out of all these motherfuckers.
The record company, Clive Davis, we held them hostage like guns, the whole shebang. So, of course, Lisa was the ringleader. So we went up there and held everybody hostage, and Puffy was the one that snitched us out. Yo, B, yo, your girl's up here mad bugging, yo. And I was like, oh, Puff, why you gonna snitch us out, dog? But he called it, yeah, because we kicked him out of the meeting.
And
Like, you know what I'm saying?
no one ever ran down on like Leo Code.
I've never heard these stories.
Well, why would you if you know that they're going to involve the law immediately? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not running down on somebody who you know is going to snitch because you're going to jail, you could run down on a street dude because there's the chance that he's going to operate with the street code.
No, but to Charles' point, they've done that to like Steve Stout, and you know he's not a street dude. He's gonna go to the law, and they've still done it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve got busted. Did he busted Steve upside the head with a bottle? You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted out of the hate me now video. My thing is this. This is the most important thing that you can buy when you get into business, or what you can invest your money in. A lawyer. Get you a good entertainment lawyer, number one, so you don't sign a bad contract. And number two, when situations like this do arise, then you have your lawyer get you out of said situation or help you get out of said situation. Never in the history of life for anybody of any color will this work out. If you run down on somebody and say, I'm going to rob them and kidnap them and make them under duress, let me out of my deal, that is not going to end well for you, buddy. I don't give a fuck.
No, you're right.
It's not going to end well. This is just a case of somebody who just didn't understand business. And the reason I know that Gucci understood business, because Gucci didn't go down no street shit. Gucci thought that clearly they were having a meeting
It was on the up and
about
up.
some business. And then the other side allegedly decided to turn that into some other shit. I wouldn't be mad at if Gucci went and told, but but I just think it's stupid to still abide by those rules.
I agree.
When you're so far removed.
If
from
you're
it.
a law-abiding citizen, the
Yes.
rules protect you. If you're not a law-abiding citizen, you can't use the rules because you can't be protected from the things you're doing, which are breaking the law.
They still want Gucci. And this is when you know people just want to see crash outs. They want to hear a story about Gucci allegedly almost getting robbed and then pulling out a chopper and spraying down everybody.
Yep.
That's what would make everybody believe the allure, the story of the boogeyman Gucci.
But hasn't he proved himself? Like,
Yes, and he's also proved that he wants to evolve.
Yeah.
Right.
Go read his last book episodes. This
Yeah.
man has evolved on purpose. This man has grown and evolved intentionally.
Nah, that's the clone. That's the clone. That's not him.
Yeah, even that pisses me off.
Yeah, I know.
Whenever a person decides to grow and evolve, now they're a clone.
What's Ross saying?
What did Ross say?
My DM Rose, what you think or how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation? I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this for the Lord homie Pooh Shiesty, but this is when niggas gotta be educated and understand. In business, you gotta negotiate, my nigga. You gotta negotiate. If you was signed for $100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This is how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I gotta go, my nigga. You can't muscle your way out of no shit and no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people's side, but on On the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes.
It's a good point. Like
it's that simple.
when you have leverage, like I guess Pooh does have, you renegotiate your contract.
That's it.
We see basketball or NFL players do this all the time, right? They're like, hey, if you want to extend me past my rookie contract, like let's do this right. Actually, I don't know if they do it around the rookie deal, but like there are contract negotiations when you have unbelievable leverage because you don't want to, miss out on that opportunity as the owner of a team.
Either renegotiate or just fulfill your contract and go about your
How many
business.
more albums does he have to do?
Who
It might be
knows?
like a lifetime worth of albums.
If it's a lifetime, that's just a ridiculous deal to sign.
Well, we know that these deals are incredibly parasitic. Like these music deals are like unbelievable.
But I understand why. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. If I'm taking you from nothing and I'm investing in you, and I don't know, who knows how much Gucci Mane invested in Pooh Shiesty initially. You don't know if you're ever, and I'm just going to throw a number out there. Well, let's just say the investment is $500,000 to $1 million. I don't know if I'm going to make this money back. So I have to create a contract that at least allows me to get this $1 million back. But like Ross said, if this guy does end up taking off or this girl does end up taking off and you make your initial investment back, the right thing to do is renegotiate.
So if I was to make your argument, if I was to take your argument, what I would say is these record labels, they invest that $500K in 20 different artists. 19 of them, they don't recoup. So that one that does hit, they really need to recoup 10 million from that one before they can renegotiate in their head as a business, right? Because they're like, I already lost 9,500,000 on these other fucking 19 artists. I'm finally gonna get a chance to recoup right here. And that's probably why the contracts are so predatory. That being said, if you're the artist and you're in this contract where you're making peanuts, but you know how much you're generating, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for them to sit in that. And
yeah, absolutely. But I believe if you're a good executive, yes, you have a contract that protects you. But if that person hits,
the smart thing to do is
renegotiate. Yeah. So you avoid shit like this. When I say shit like this, I don't mean fucking getting robbed and kidnapped. I'm just talking about artists hating you. I don't want nobody to hate me for bad business. Because also, man, if you've already made your money and then some,
let's make money together.
Let's make money to fucking together.
Let's do it for 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I be hearing these stories about like guys, when they sign certain artists, it's like, for me, if I sign a certain artist, why not just start a label together?
So that's what
both of y'all, especially if both of y'all are just starting out. Like if you're a new guy, new executive, new manager, and you got this hot new artist and y'all decide to come together and do business, start a label with this person. Instead of you starting a label and signing them as an artist.
So what they do is they basically say, yeah, let's start a label. And then they go, you could give predatory contracts out to all your artists too. So yeah, I'm taking advantage of you, but you could take advantage of them. And then when you don't fulfill your contracts, the way that these contracts allegedly work is that all of their talent rolls up to you because they haven't fulfilled their contract. And the only reason I know this is because some dude tried to pitch me doing this comedians, and I was like, I would never do this to comedians.
No, because
I would. This is too. I would love to help comedians. I love to put them on. I love to find vehicles where they could find success and build their own careers. But I do not want some predatory contract where like these people are all signed and then like essentially owned by you in perpetuity.
That's why I know for a fact I'm too fair.
Don't you sleep better at night?
It's better. No, listen, I'm with you, but also I'm a talent. So I understand what talent needs. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you that there's other executives that tell me I'm too fair.
Because they're used to the predatory shit.
You know what I mean? And I'm not even going to say, yes, is some of it predatory? Absolutely. But some of it is literally just, I'm going to make sure we're in the best possible outcome for us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But the best negotiation is when both parties feel like tops and bottoms. When you getting fucked a little, you doing a little bit of fucking.
Some fucking.
Yeah. When you that's the best type of negotiation when both parties feel like, whoo, shit, that was a tough one. You know what I mean? Or like for real.
Or both parties feel like they won. Like the best contract is the other side is like, yeah, we got one over on them.
Yeah.
And you're also like, man, that was advantageous to us. Right. So now everybody's stoked.
Yeah.
It's just rare.
I just know that this isn't the way, y'all.
No.
And by the way, this is another lesson to kids. kids don't really like to fulfill their obligations anymore. Like they really don't. This generation does not like
They're not
to
about
fulfill
it.
its obligations.
They're not
like
about
they don't.
it.
They believe that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
And this has always happened. It's not some new shit now.
And it happens when people are kids, but it's even worse now. Because I don't even know what Pooh Shiesty's deal was.
Well, but did you see who was arrested with him to bring it back to parenting?
Oh my God, the dad.
That's
that
the
was
worst
crazy.
part.
That was
That's the worst
insane.
part.
Yeah, I didn't understand that logic at all.
His dad went with him?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like, in his head, he's like, I'm protecting my kid. It sucks, but maybe in his head, he's like, this is what I got to do. I got to protect my kid.
They said he called up like 8 people from Memphis, his dad, it was another artist, Big 30. He called everybody but a lawyer.
Should have called that lawyer.
All the money that you spent getting all of those people to wherever y'all was at to do this to Gucci, man, you could have just hired a good entertainment lawyer, bro. And furthermore, before you even hired a lawyer, did y'all even try having a conversation with Gucci? And the conversation can't be, you're going to let me out this contract or else.
Yeah.
The conversation has to be what Ross said, negotiation.
That's it.
How do you negotiate? This shit is just sad, man. I'm just tired of watching people, who have great opportunities to just excel in life crash the fuck out. And I don't know if they're crashing out simply because they're just ridiculous, terrible humans, or they truly think this is the only way they know how to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like he didn't know he had other options. Because when I see stories like this, I'm like, well, what was plan B? You know what I'm saying? Was this plan A?
What was the crazy shit that you went, nah, we can't do this?
Exactly. this couldn't have been plan A, was it?
Yeah.
Was this plan A?
Yeah.
This couldn't have been plan A. So what was the other plans? And did every single plan involve somebody potentially getting hurt,
Please.
including yourself?
Maybe.
Whoa. You need better people in the room, bro.